Hello my dear students, here I am Dhruva Patel, your biology teacher in Aradhya class at a CTM. As beta we have seen in our last lecture about the four phylum of the kingdom Protista, and today we will continue with the last phylum, that is nothing but known as the Euglenophyta. Fine. So beta first we will see about the general characteristic of the Euglenophyta. वन मोर थिंग बेटा, मैंने पहले ही बोला था आप लोगों को कि जैसे जैसे हम क्लासिफिकेशन में एक एक क्लास में आगे जाएंगे वैसे आपको इवोल्यूशन को भी ऑब्जर्व करना है, मीन्स कंपैरेटिव स्टडी करना है. सो लास्ट वाले जितने भी फाइलम्स पढ़े थे उसकी कंपैरिजन में ये जो यूग्लिनोफाइटा है वो थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा डेवलप हो गया है. मीन्स ऐसे ही डेवलपमेंट होते होते ही completely developed organisms बने हैं. Fine. Okay. So beta now we'll see the general characteristic of the Euglenophyta. So first one is they are found in the aquatic water. Clear? Or fresh water. They found in fresh water, means their habitat is aquatic. But in aquatic बेटा two types of water bodies are there. Aquatic तो हम बोलते हैं, उसमें भी बेटा एक oceans होता है and एक fresh water, तो ये fresh water में होता है. Fine. They are the flagellates. They are flagellates means they contain the flagella, and because of that they can locomote. And because of that they can locomote. Now beta they have the single flagella at the anterior end of their body. They have. Now beta I am going to draw the diagram for the same. पहले मैं उसके general characteristic list out कर रही हूँ, फिर diagram draw करूँगी. They have single flagella at the anterior end of their body. मीन्स उसकी बॉडी का आगे का जो एंड होता है बेटा वहाँ से एक सिंगल फ्लैजेला अराइज होता है. देन बेटा फ्लैजेला हैव देयर और इट्स ओन बेजल बॉडी जहाँ से वो अराइज होता है, एंड आई स्पॉट. देखो अभी तक कभी भी कोई भी लोअर में फाइलम में हमने आई स्पॉट नहीं देखी थी, वो यहाँ पे डेवलप हो गई है अभी. फ्लैजेला हैव देयर own flagella have their own basal body and eye spot. Now beta in these phylum they have the outer elastic layer known as the pellicle which gives them a perfect shape. मीन्स बेटा पेलिकल से बना हुआ एक इलास्टिक लेयर होता है कि जो उसको परफेक्ट शेप देता है. दे हैव आउटर लेयर मेड अप ऑफ इलास्टिक पेलिकल which gives perfect shape to body, shape to the body. Now beta this is about the general characteristic. Now we'll move on the next topic, that is mode of nutrition for the Euglenophyta. Now beta we'll move on the next topic, that is the nutrition in a Euglenophyta. So let us see over here, if the optimum sunlight is available, they can do the process of the photosynthesis. If optimum sunlight is available, they can make their own food by the process of a photosynthesis. So beta, they are known as the producers, but in absence of the sunlight they can consume food from outside also, and that is one character of the consumers or heterotrophs. So beta, they are both in a nature autotroph as well as the heterotroph. देखो बेटा ये उसका character हुआ autotroph का, मैं नीचे लिख रही हूँ, but if the sunlight is not available they can consume the food from outside. If sunlight is not available, they can consume food from outside. So beta, by this way they are the heterotrophs. And as beta, they are both autotrophs and heterotrophs in a nature according to the situation, that's why they are known as the mixotroph. As they are both autotrophs and heterotrophs, they are known as a mixotrophs. Fine. Now beta, they have the contractile vacuole for the osmoregulation, means for the maintenance of the water content. They have contractile vacuole for osmoregulation. And last one beta, they stores the food in form of the paramyelin starch. They stores food in form of paramyelin starch. So beta, this is nothing but whole about the nutrition of the Euglenophyta. Now we will move on the next topic, that is about the reproduction in a Euglenophyta. Now beta, the next topic is about the reproduction in a Euglenophyta. So in a Euglenophyta, asexual reproduction occurs by the longitudinal binary fission. Asexual reproduction occurs by longitudinal binary fission. Now about the sexual reproduction, we can say that sexual reproduction is not reported yet. अभी तक उसमें सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन देखने को नहीं मिला है. सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन is not reported yet. And the last thing beta, during the unfavorable condition, the cells form the thick outer protective covering and that goes into the resting stage, that is known as the cyst formation. Okay, so during the unfavorable condition, they forms protective covering, known as a cyst and transformed into, बेटा वो एक्टिव स्टेज में से रेस्टिंग स्टेज में चले जाते हैं, एंड ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड इनटू रेस्टिंग stage. And beta at that time almost all the metabolic activities stops in these, yet reproduction also does not occurs. But when again the favorable condition occurs, these cysts break down and it release or it transformed again into the active form. So beta this is whole about the Euglenophyta. Now we'll see about the diagram of this Euglenophyta. So beta now we'll see the examples of the Euglenophyta. They are nothing but Euglena viridis. Next one is the distigma and last one is nothing but that is the parenchyma. So beta now we'll see the structural organization of these Euglenophyta. Okay. As you know very well, the Euglenophyta are the flagellates, means they contain or arise the flagella from the body, and the single flagella is arise from the anterior end of the body, as I have told you. So beta this is nothing but this is the flagella. Fine. Then beta as I have told you, the flagella arise from the basal body. So this region is known as the basal body. Then beta it is covered by the protective covering, है ना, which is elastic and which gives the perfect shapes to the body. So that is nothing but we can image it as a like this, and this is known as the pellicle, जिसको बेटा हम बोलेंगे pellicle. Fine. So beta this is nothing but known as the pellicle. Now beta, in a cell there is a nucleus present in a middlemost area. Now beta, in a cytoplasm area, besides this nucleus, some small bodies are present. They are known as the chromatophores, जिसको बेटा हम बोलते हैं chromatophores, for the storage of the pigments. Fine. These chromatophores are nothing but they contain the pigments, and because of that they are capable to carry out the process of the photosynthesis. As you know very well beta, in a higher plants the chloroplast organelle is there for the photosynthesis, but over here that is not as much developed as a chloroplast, and that is simply known as the chromatophore, which stores the pigments for the process of the photosynthesis. Fine. And besides these, some paramylum body is there likewise, which stores the food in form of the paramylum starch. Okay. So this is known as the paramylum body. So beta, these are the main areas of the cell. See, this is the outer covering that is known as the pellicle, while the single flagella arise from it. Nucleus is there, chromatophore for the storage of the pigments, and paramylum body for the storage of the starch or as a reserved food material, and beta these remaining area containing the fluid like cytoplasm and some other basic organelles. Fine. So beta, this is nothing but whole about the body organization of the Euglenophita. Okay. Now beta, as according to the biological classification, organisms are mainly divided into the 5 classes or kingdom, and as we have done with the Monera and Protista, and now we are going to start with the third kingdom, that is nothing but the fungi. Fine. So now beta, we will start with studying the fungi, and now beta, you can clearly observe that the fungi have all the characteristics as much developed as compared to the very much developed as compared to the Protista and Monera. प्रोटिस्टा एंड मोनेरा बेटा हमने जो 2 प्रीवियस क्लास पढ़े ना, उसके कंपैरिजन में तो इसमें बहुत कुछ एडवांसमेंट और डेवलपमेंट हो गया है, एंड उसी में से डेवलपमेंट होके आगे प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स देखेंगे हम. Fine enough. So beta, as you know very well, there is so many great diversity is there in a fungi kingdom. So सबसे पहले बेटा हम यहाँ पे उसके general characteristic को list out करेंगे, because great variation and diversity is there. फाइन. तो सबसे पहले आपके माइंड में क्लियर होना चाहिए बेटा कि फंगाई अगर हम पढ़ रहे हैं तो उसके कौन से कॉमन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है, एंड देन वील स्टार्ट स्टडिंग ईच एंड एवरी फाइलम इन अ डिटेल. फाइन इनफ बेटा. ओके. सो अभी हम देखेंगे सबसे पहला पॉइंट. सो फंगाइज आर ऑलमोस्ट ऑल द मल्टी सेल्यूलर फॉर्म. देखो अभी ये यूनिसेल्यूलर में से मल्टी सेल्यूलर फॉर्म हो गया है, एक्सेप्शनली ईस्ट ओनली. ईस्ट सिर्फ एक ऐसी फंगाई है बेटा दैट इज स्टिल यूनिसेल्यूलर. फाइन. ऑलमोस्ट ऑल दी फंगाई आर multicellular exceptionally yeast which is unicellular. Okay, which is unicellular. Fine. Now beta, next one is the body of the fungi is made up of the long thread-like structure, and that long thread-like structures are nothing beta but known as the cell. फाइन. बट उसकी बॉडी ऐसी है कि उसके सेल्स जो होते हैं वो राउंडेड नहीं होते हैं, दे आर इन फॉर्म ऑफ द लॉन्ग थ्रेड स्ट्रक्चर, एंड दैट इज नोन एज द हाइफी. फाइन. देयर बॉडी इज made up of long thread-like structure known as a long thread-like structure known as a hyphae. Fine. Now beta, the organization of the hyphae is known as the mycelium. Means बेटा ये मल्टी सेल्यूलर है मैंने बोला, सो एक ही हाइफी से तो बॉडी बनेगा नहीं. हाइफी यानी कि थ्रेड लाइक सेल्स कम टुगेदर एंड फॉर्म्स द बॉडी. सो द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ द हाइफी इज नोन एज द mycelium. फाइन. और वी कैन से देयर बॉडी which is formed by organization of hyphae is known as a mycelium. Fine. Now beta, these fungi contain the cell wall and their cell wall is made up of the chitin material. They have a cell wall made up of chitin. Fine. So these character of the fungi is like the plants beta, as the plants contain the cell wall. Fine. Now beta, the next one is their hyphae may be a septate or aseptate. Means beta, एक जो सेल होता है ना लॉन्ग थ्रेड लाइक, उसके बीच में वॉल लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होता है या तो नहीं भी होता है. सो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट दिस hyphae आर ऑफ टू टाइप्स, septate और aseptate. Their hyphae may be septate or aseptate. Fine beta, this is nothing but whole about the general characteristic. Now we'll move on the nutrition. So beta, they have the mode of nutrition like the animals, as they are the saprotrophs, यानी कि dependent on the another dead organism for their food, or they are dependent as a parasites on another organism. Okay. Their mode of nutrition is either as a saprotroph or as parasites. Fine beta, saprotrophs means they are depending on another dead and decaying material for their food, and as a parasites means beta in a root of the higher organism as a mycorrhiza and with the algae known as the lichen. Means beta ये जो फंगाई होती है उसका हायर प्लांट के साथ जो एसोसिएशन होता है रूट में, दैट इज नोन एज द माइकोराइजा. एज अ पैरासाइट्स बेटा वो दो जगह पे होती है, वन इन रूट ऑफ अ हायर प्लांट दैट इज नोन एज द माइकोराइजा. फाइन. और with the algal component भी वो रहती है, that is known as the lichens. फाइन बेटा. सो उसका मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन हम बोले सो सिंपली ये बोल सकते हैं कि दे कैन नॉट मेक देयर ओन फूड बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस. वो एज अ सेप्रोट्रॉप्स डेड और डिकेइंग मटेरियल के ऊपर डिपेंड रहते हैं, या तो हायर प्लांट के रूट के ऊपर डिपेंड रहते हैं, या तो वो एल्गी के ऊपर डिपेंड रहते हैं. सो बेटा दिस इज नथिंग बट जनरलाइज्ड आइडिया अबाउट द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ द फंगाई. एंड नाउ विल मूव ऑन द अनदर टॉपिक that is reproduction, mode of reproduction in a fungi. Now beta we'll see the reproduction in case of the fungi. So first and foremost, reproduction occurs by the three ways in these fungi, that is nothing but by vegetative reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So beta for that you must know the meaning of these three types of the reproduction. So first, vegetative reproduction is nothing but if in any organism reproduction occurs by their vegetative cells of the body, means they are not a reproductive part, is known as the vegetative reproduction. Second one is the asexual reproduction. If in a reproduction process only one parent is involved, that is known as the asexual reproduction. And third one is the sexual reproduction, in which two parents are involved. Fine. So beta, first we will start with the types of the vegetative reproduction. So vegetative reproduction occurs by three means. First, that is the fragmentation, fission and budding. Now beta, I am going to explain meaning of all these three processes. Fine. First is about the fragmentation. So fragmentation is nothing but first the body of any organisms become fragmented into small pieces. Then beta, each and every small pieces can regenerate their lost part and can form new living organism, that is known as the fragmentation method. Second one is beta fission, that is nothing but a body of the parental organism splits into the two or more part and forms the new life form. Okay. Third one is the budding, that is nothing beta but the undifferentiated mass of the cell arise from the any parental body that is remain attached with the parental body, and after developing that will detach from the parental body and behave as a new living organisms. Fine. Now beta, the next one is about the asexual reproduction. So beta, the asexual reproduction occurs by formation of the spores. And अभी बेटा याद रखना है आपको अभी से, बिकॉज इसके नेक्स्ट में जो प्लांट वाला पार्ट है उसके लिए भी ये चीज़ यूजफुल है कि कोई भी प्लांट और फंगाई में जब स्पोर फॉर्मेशन होता है ना बेटा, दे आर ऑलवेज आर डिप्लॉयड, मीन्स 2n नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम, डबल सेट होते हैं. सो बेटा वो अकेला ही फॉर्म होके, अकेला ही जर्मिनेट होके डिप्लॉयड बॉडी बना सकता है, उसको किसी और के साथ फ्यूजन होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. फाइन. ओके. So beta, two types of spores can be formed, zoospores and aplanospores. These types are nothing but that is on the basis of the species के basis पे सिर्फ types दिए हैं. So beta, in species like the Saprolegnia and in a Pythium, the spores are formed, they are known as the zoospores. They are already diploid and they will directly germinate into the new organism. There is no need of the another parent. Now beta, next one is the aplanospores. So aplanospores जिस species में produce होते हैं बेटा, उसमें वो दो तरीके से बनते हैं. एक तो वो बेटा स्पोरोगोनियम मीन्स जो बैग लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होती है उसके अंदर बनता है, रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन के अंदर, that is known as the endogenously formed aplanospores, while some are formed outer side the body or reproductive system, that is in form of the conidia, and that is known as the exogenously formed aplanospores. Fine. So endogenously aplanospores can be formed in two species, that is in a Rhizopas and Mucor, while the exogenously formed aplanospores formed in a two, that is in a Penicillium and Aspergillus. Fine. Okay, now beta we'll move on the next topic, that is about the sexual reproduction. And as you know very well, sexual reproduction का simple meaning ये होता है कि there is involvement of the two parent and fusion occurs between the gametes of the two parent, and gametes of both the parents are the haploid. दोनों हैप्लॉइड होते हैं NN वाले, तो दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ फ्यूज होके अगेन 2n नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स बना लेंगे. फाइन. सो बेटा उसमें 3 स्टेप्स है मेनली. फर्स्ट वन इज द प्लाज्मोगैमी. सो बेटा दिस प्लाज्मोगैमी इज नथिंग बट दैट इज द फ्यूजन बिटवीन प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन ऑफ टू गैमेट्स. प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन of two gametes, मीन्स दो gametes के मेल एंड फीमेल gametes के प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन के बीच में फ्यूजन होता है पहले, दैट इज नोन एज द प्लाज्मोगैमी. देन बेटा दोनों का प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन यानी कि साइटोप्लाज्म कंबाइन होने के बाद दोनों का न्यूक्लियस फ्यूज होता है, एंड दैट स्टेप इज नोन एज द कैरियोगैमी. दैट इज नथिंग बट द फ्यूजन ऑफ two haploid gametes यानी कि n gametes to form diploid zygote. देन बेटा इसमें पैटर्न थोड़ी सी डिफरेंट होती है। ये डिप्लॉयड जाइगोट एक बार बनने के बाद मियोसिस से वो अगेन हैप्लॉयड सेल में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं। सो दैट इज द थर्ड स्टेप, मियोसिस ऑफ डिप्लॉयड जाइगोट टू फॉर्म हैप्लॉइड सेल्स। मीन्स बेटा आपको यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन ये भी हो सकता है कि फिर अगर मियोसिस से हाफ ही करना था तो ये दोनों एन वाले गैमेट्स को क्यों फ्यूज किया था। या बेटा यू आर राइट एट योर प्लेस, बट द रीजन इज दैट जैसे टू डिफरेंट पेरेंट के हैप्लॉइड गैमेट्स के बीच में फ्यूजन होगा तब जाके वो डिप्लॉइड बनेगा और दोनों के बीच में क्रोमोसोम में जीन का एक्सचेंजिंग होगा एंड उसके बाद अगेन मियोसिस से वो सेपरेट आउट हो जाएगा। सो नए सेल्स जो बनेंगे ना यहाँ पे उसमें दोनों पेरेंट्स के क्रोमोसोम के बीच में एक्सचेंजिंग हो गया है। मीन्स जो नया इंडिविजुअल बनेगा दैट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम बोथ दी पेरेंट। Fine. So beta this is nothing but a whole about the process of the reproduction in a fungi and the sexual reproduction के बेटा ये common steps थे but that is occurs in a many different way. So now we'll see the way of the sexual reproduction. Now but this sexual reproduction occurs in a different way, like the fusion occurs between the reproductive part of the two fungi, या तो बेटा दोनों फंगाई के जो भी गैमेट्स है सिर्फ उसी के बीच में फ्यूजन होता है, और ऐसे बहुत डिफरेंट वे है एंड दैट इज बेटा स्पेशलाइज्ड फॉर ईच एंड एवरी क्लास। हर एक क्लास में वो डिफरेंट वे से होता है बेटा। सो now this is about whole generalized idea about the fungi, and in our next lecture we'll start with the different class of the fungi and हर एक क्लास को बेटा हम डिटेल में स्टडी करेंगे, तब उसमें स्पेशल कैसे सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन होता है वो वेज सबके लिए अलग है, तो इसीलिए बेटा हम यहाँ पे उसको कॉमनली एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर रहे हैं। सो बेटा दिस इज नथिंग बट होल अबाउट द फंगाई। इन अ नेक्स्ट lecture we'll start with the different class of the fungi.